So in this video, I'm going to be showing you the easiest, most cost-effective method I've found by far of building sheds. Your first step is you're going to want to get a big load of pallets and a big pile of concrete blocks. Now, these you'll find pretty much anywhere in your area for free, I'd imagine, because every business uses pallets of some sorts usually, and most of the businesses just throw them away because what use are they to most people? So they think anyway. So get your pallets together, work out roughly what size you want to build. Obviously, because they're all similar sizes, you can gauge it pretty easily. The one I'm going to build is roughly 11 foot by 12 foot or so. This is the shape of these pallets. So yeah, first step, put in some foundations. So the next step is set your first corner block. So you get your big pile of hardcore underneath it, or stone, or whatever you're going to use, just something to compact out a little bit before you put this down. So you put your block down, level it out, get it set sort of roughly square with where you want your shed being. And then get your spirit level out, set the next one, level off that, set that one, level off that one, come back, set that one level, check these two are level, and then that's your first block done. From there, dead easy. Start dropping your pallets on, using them like this, line it up like that. There's your next distance. See what I'm saying? Do the same all the way along, and then the same along this way, and then that's the edge of your building. And then all you need to do, fill in this middle bit. Right, let's crack on. Let's fill this bad boy in. Get the floor finished. So once you've got all your blocks down, all your floor pallets in position, now's the time that if you're bothered about it being perfectly level, you want to adjust it all slightly as you're going. As you can see, mine's not too bad. It's a little bit out, but that doesn't fuss me. This is only going to be a tool shed for solar power storage. So yeah, what you want to do next is you want to start on a corner. Well, you can start anywhere really, but basically you want to get yourself some big meaty long screws and be doing that through the top, both sides like that, with at least one or two on both sides, and then where you can, lock one in like that as well, just to tie it all together nicely. But like I say, this is the time when you want to be leveling this out as you go, if you are bothered about it being perfectly level. And then again, in these middle bits here, you want to do a sort of bit of a rope formation, almost rope weave. You one through there, one through there, one through there, same again all the way around, lock it all together nicely. And then yeah, once you've got that done, it's time to start throwing some walls in position. So unless there's two of you, you're going to want to start your walls on the corner like this. You can easily set that, so then you've got a nice strong point to mount your others to straight away, rather than having to try and balance stuff by yourself. Makes it a lot easier. Right, let's get the rest of these walls on. So once you've started throwing your walls on, it is literally the same as doing the floor, apart from you've got to obviously just stack them sideways. Your main aim is you're tying these corner blocks together as well as possible, in many places as possible. You see there's at least 6 blocks on each pallet you can tie together with these big screws. And then if you come on the outside and just whack a couple in the outside of this edge here along the blocks like I've done in that one there, ties it all together really nicely. And I would suggest just sort of getting it all in place first, and then just speed coming along and banging one in each block. See, I've just, for now, roughly just put a couple in, just holding the structure in place basically until you finally got it all in position. Then lock it all together with as many screws as you can, and then yeah, strong structure. And if you've got gaps, just do what I've done here basically. Get a couple of bits of wood, screw them on the end of your wall, fill it in until you meet where you want to be with your next bit. Like I said before, it's all simple, like building out of Lego in a way almost, apart from you've got to screw it together rather than just clip it together. Right, let's put some more walls on. So I've got all the walls in place now. Left gaps at the front here where I want a doorway and windows either side. So it's time to start framing those up now and getting the edge of the top there ready for the roof to sit on. Now to do all the framing and stuff, I've got some wood here off an old shed, which obviously saves me money on the front. But for this bit and for the roof, you're probably going to want to buy some wood in. You can do this out of 4x2s pretty easily, but you can obviously go thicker timbers if you want, if you're in an area where you've got a bit more snow load and whatnot than here. And then for your windows, easy enough to find anywhere really. Literally I've collected these ones, just seeing people doing building works and asked if I could have the windows that they were chucking away, put by the skip. You can do the same. Pretty much wherever you live, there'll be people renovating houses, replacing windows. Same with the wood, really. If you ask around, when you see people doing things, you'll always get free stuff. Right, let's get some framing in. So I've framed up the front now and I've put 2 windows in. I'm going to leave the door till one of the last things to do, make it easier to get in and out whilst I'm doing everything else. I've also put a wood beam all the way around the top edge there. That'll make it much easier to tie the roof onto. And the next stage then is basically getting some 16-foot timbers to go from one edge to the other edge with a little bit of an overhang on each side to create a nice roof surface to put some corrugated sheeting on. Now I'd advise just going out and getting the new stuff for both of these, because you'll save yourself a headache in the future if you've just got a good roof on straight away, and it'll also mean your building will last a lot longer. Right, I'll go get these. So I just bought some 16-foot timbers. I managed to gather everything else I've needed for this next bit from stockpiled wood and stuff I've already had. Now, as I said, I would use corrugated sheeting for this, really, metal sheeting, because it's a little bit tougher wearing, but I've chose to use these old boards that I've managed to salvage. As you can see, I've built a lattice structure. I've used the 16 foots to go one side to the other, and I've used some old lath wood, 1-inch square stuff, 1 by 1.5 even, to go across like that. And then basically you start in a corner, fix a board down or a corrugated sheet, go across again, just fill your roof up with these. So once you've got all your roof boards on, it's now time to start weatherproofing the building. Now the first job I've done is wrap the entire building in this membrane. This is a breathable membrane, so the moisture hits the outside, it'll run straight off, but if anything's wet inside, the moisture can evaporate out through this membrane. Now the next step will be to batten all the way around the edge in preparation for whatever cladding you want to use. Again, use corrugated sheeting if you want, nice and durable. And then there's just the door to go after that. Be pretty much done. If you've gone for a wood board roof, you're going to want to go for the same sort of deal, wrap it in a membrane to weather protect it. So I've cut myself a couple of strips of this stuff, just 300 mu damp proofing membrane. It's 4 meters wide, so I've just cut the strips to get the lengths and the overhangs I want, and I'm going to spread it out and staple it onto the edges. I've also quickly just added on these just as side guides, just to make sure the water does run all off the back edge here into the collection system. Got the cover on the roof, and that's it done basically. If you're doing it on the cheap, or do all sorts of extra stuff if you want, put more roof on here, make this a usable area on top, which is probably what we're going to do. Bit of a decking area, definitely putting the solar panels up here anyway. So roof membrane's on, side battens are all on, fix the doorway in, cut the windows back out. Now we're ready to put the cladding on the side, which I have loads and loads of this stuff. This is some nice larch. Got this second hand from a friend of mine. Didn't want much for it. Fraction of the price of buying brand new stuff. As I said before, you can do the sides however you want. I'm just choosing to do this because I like wood, and I got this for next to nothing. So this is it, the finished article. Couldn't resist finishing the solar before I did the cladding. I've left the top piece off there because I'll need to cut little lengths, because I've got to basically add a few bits of roofing onto that to come this way, away from the shed, for a little carport area. But other than that, we're completely done. Windows in, doors painted, locks on. Happy days. Somewhere to get dry, make a cup of tea now. So I'm just planning on using this somewhere to store solar energy, keep tools, make a tea, have some lunch, keep some clothes, bits and pieces. But obviously you can make any building you want out of these pallets in the same way. You can do a gym, you can do a garage, playroom, summer house, just a normal shed, anything you want. Literally the easiest construction. And then yeah, you wrap it in any kind of cladding you want, as you can see. Makes it look nice. You would not tell this was made from pallets. You'd think I'd thrown up an actual wood frame building here. Right, till next time.